despite all the challenges of the current time, we have another week of snooker for you. And Neil Robertson, for one, should be refreshed after skipping the Scottish Open following that marathon UK Championship final a fortnight ago. I'm not sure what that was. A bit of a loud bang to start proceedings. The fireworks traditionally come at the end of the week. Yeah, he battled and battled and battled till 1 in the morning to see off Judd Trump and win his third UK title. But Robert Milkins, of course, has beaten him twice at the Crucible. And those two meetings, I'm sure, on both of their minds as we approach this match, which, of course, is just best of 7. There's the trophy that will be presented to someone
first frame
at the end of the week.
Neil Robertson to break.
Yeah, Milkins, one of the great stalwart players of the tour. Turned professional 25 years ago, 1995. Has been in the top 16, currently 43rd.
One.
So Robertson first in. This is, I guess, one last push in 2020 to win a big title. Of course, he is defending champion after that epic final against Graham Dott in Cheltenham.
Five. Six.
Yeah, Judd Trump did play in the Scottish Open, and indeed he got to the quarterfinals. But Robertson just felt he was in that fortunate position where he didn't need to play. He was already obviously confirmed for this event. Yeah, 1 in the morning it finished that final, and
13.
Someone else, no stranger to a late night, either on or off the table, Ken Doherty. As I say, Ken, you know, you can't blame him for not playing last week.
No, I suppose I can. I mean, it was wasn't it, a very long night indeed, but and what a great final it was.
14.
So dramatic, fantastic finish. Lovely shot this. Screwing purposely back, bringing the pink and a few more reds into play. Yeah, and it'd be interesting to see how more refreshed Neil Robertson is this week. Judd Trump, of course, decided to play in the Scottish. Did probably, maybe took a lot out and did look a little bit jaded, didn't he, last week?
Well,
these are short matches, of course, so players looking to settle down immediately. Try and keep Robert Milkins cold here.
20.
Yeah, it's quite interesting. He has a couple of wins over his belt, doesn't he? 5-3 in the head-to-heads. Neil Robertson leads, so it's not like he'll be, you know, he hasn't been across that path before. But I mean, this is a different Neil Robertson now, and it'll be interesting to see how much confidence he will play with this week.
27.
Neil Robertson must be on cloud 9, I'm sure.
28.
Yeah, his reaction was interesting, wasn't it, when he finally got the match won with Trump? There were no celebrations. He was absolutely exhausted, just sat in his chair with his head back, just relieved it was over, I think.
Well, already very early into the swing of things here. Neil Robertson, he's got the reds in beautiful position. And this is where he's at his best, without a doubt. I mean, he's got a gun barrel straight cue action we often talk about, particularly for the long pots, but this is where Neil Robertson is at his ultimate best, in around this black and pink spot down the business end of the table and making big breaks.
Yeah, already 41 centuries this season. He's top of that list.
44.
I just love the insatiable appetite that he has for making century breaks, not just frame winning breaks, but just keep his opponent in the chair, pot as many balls as he can, and keep notching up those centuries. Incredible.
51. $52.
Well, so far his cue ball in this break has been exemplary.
59.
So close every time to
60.
his next pot. Yeah, this could be a key shot. This red will put him, this black will put him 67 in front, so he's just going to need one more red. He could just stun up for the two reds into the same pocket. He's got the angle on the black. Maybe he's a little bit straighter than he would have liked. Just overscrewed the cue ball this time. First time it's been astray in this break. But he's still got this red to the right centre. And of course this is the red that he just needs. He's got a quick check at the scoreboard. This will put him 68 ahead with 67 remaining.
But
Neil
it's not
Robertson.
there.
67.
So I hope for Robert Milkins, it looked like will be completely shut out of frame one. But there's enough still on.
Yeah, and what a chance for Robert Milkins. If he can knock this first red in and get on this black, David, he's got a really good chance. The balls are in a nice position. Yeah,
What?
Great opener. Now, this is all about holding yourself together here. Not a difficult pot on the table, but there's pressure on Robert Milkins, and this would really give him a great boost.
Eight. 9.
I think the fact that 2 of Milkins' victories over Robertson have come at the Crucible is significant.
60.
You know, we look at the figures, 5-3, but where have the matches been? 2 first rounds in Sheffield, 2 years where Robertson would have been among
17.
the favourites to win the title. So not the sort of match either would have forgotten, I'm sure.
Yeah, and of course over best of 19 frame, not over a short distance like this is. Some players lower down the ranks, they do have players
24.
a lot higher than them in the table that they just seem to enjoy playing against for some strange reason, and maybe
25.
this is one of those occasions. But Robert Milkins, they do call him the milkman, but he's got to really hold his bottle here, no pun intended, David, but he really does. And if he does, it would lay down a wonderful marker for him in this opening match.
32.
Yeah, because he would be showing Robertson, look, I can clear up if you make mistakes.
33.
And here's the miss, just the red required.
39.
Going into another red makes it a little bit more difficult, but didn't expect Neil Robertson to miss that.
40.
Well, I guess this is where you want them, on their spots, but pressure is still on, even though it's frame 1, for him to actually make the clearance.
Yeah, this way you really have to
43.
tighten up your cue ball. You don't want it running around the table, you want it make
45.
these remaining 5 pots as easy as possible. Key shot here
48.
will be blue, brown to blue. Get a nice angle on the blue from this brown. Just having a quick check of the scores. It gets nicely on the blue here. It should be plain sailing.
52.
And he's played it lovely. He's not straight. He's got a nice little angle on the blue. He can come off one cushion if he wants, get close to that ping. Didn't use the cushion, but
57.
he's still pretty good. This will be a fantastic start for Robert Milkins, though.
Yeah, and what a start to the tournament. Pink and black. He's looked very cool here.
63.
Neil Robertson was looking good to potentially make a total clearance. Broke down on 67. Milkins needs the black to steal it.
70
Terrific
in the
clearance
first
from
frame.
Robert Milkins. What an excellent start to the week here in Milton Keynes. It's the defending champion Neil Robertson centre stage, but it's Robert Milkins leading 1-0.
Look at that sweeper go. Trusted Trader, sponsoring.
Just wait for the cue roll. give you. Okay, yeah. The second frame. Robert Milkins to break.
Well, these guys have played a lot of snooker, of course, in the last few months, but they're still producing such a high standard, and we saw it there right in the first frame. Excellent 70 clearance from Robert Milkins to secure it. So if Robertson, we know how well Robertson's playing, but if he was wondering how well Milkins is playing, well, he's found out. Just one slip up from him cost him the frame.
Yeah, I must say, really very impressive the way he finished that frame off. Robert Milkins will give him a lot of confidence. And he's short the best of 7 matches. I was expecting a few shocks in the tournament. We saw a few last week.
Yeah, I guess the question is, can anyone sort of break the stranglehold of the real top players, the Robertsons, the Trumps, the Selbys, who've been winning titles this season? Of course, Mark Allen won the Champion of Champions, but he's another big hitter. Can any of the, maybe the non-top 16 players come through? It won't be easy, because even if you beat the top player in one round, you've got to play another one in the next round, and then another in the next round, and so on.
Yeah, you're always expecting at least one, maybe 2 outside the top 16 will spring a surprise and win one of these events. There's certainly plenty of talent outside the top 16 to do that. Robert Milkins, he's been around a long time. He's very experienced professional.
Something on the cue ball. Rob Spencer in charge here. It's been a long haul for the officials as well. We should credit them and indeed everyone at World Snooker Tour. Once again, this arena has been transformed overnight after the Scottish Open last night. There we are. We've got the distinctive setback that we saw at the Champion of Champions.
One.
It's amazing what can happen on this 12 by 6 table. Didn't expect this. Nice little fluke. 4-ball plant there. Now big shot here. Yellow into the right centre pocket. Great shot. Now is he on the red? Will it pass the blue? Yes, it does. And once again, another good putt here for Robert Milkins. It's not straightforward, this thread, but if you can get it in, reds are nicely spread here.
4.
Yeah, very, very good. He looks very confident.
Yeah, I mean, it's a big boost, I guess, to get in the tournament, first things first. It's only the top 32 money earners this season. He's in at 31. I've been looking forward to this, I'm sure, ever since the UK Championship. And indeed, of course, the Scottish Open last week. It was a bit of a wait, obviously, for places to see what happened last week, but he got in and so far making full use of the chances been afforded.
Yeah, that was a nice little shot just held for red into left centre, or this red into the bottom right corner pocket. Could have done with a better angle on this blue. Looks pretty straight. Oh, let's hold on a second. It could be snookered here in this red. Has he got enough for the red?
50.
Wow. This is close. He's down on it straight away, so that will tell you he's on the red. He's a very lucky boy there, 60. I tell you. His heart was in his mouth there for a second, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's one thing that he's talked about himself at times, certainly when he was younger, his temperament had let him down, and had he not been able to see that red, that would have been the first real challenge temperament-wise, apart from obviously the clearance he just made. But anyway, could see it.
23.
He's always had a very natural style, hasn't he? He's a good player to watch. He's made a couple of 147s in the World Championship qualifiers.
24.
Well, it's fast and furious, isn't it? And it just gets down. I mean, most players would cue the ball a couple of times, but he hardly has a sort of a. You see his average shot time only 15 seconds. I mean, that's up there with
31.
Ronnie O'Sullivan and Tep Choi and Judd Trump.
32.
It's almost like he just points the cue, doesn't he, and just has maybe one or two little back and forths with the cue before he plays the shot. It's very, very fast. Sometimes to his detriment, but at the moment,
39.
he likes to just get on with it. As soon as he sights the ball, he plays it, and that's the way he's happy playing. And at the moment, everything has gone swimmingly well.
40.
So Neil Robertson was poised to win that opening frame, but suddenly he's spending a lot of time in that seat. He sat out the clearance, and he's concerned that he may not get another shot in this second frame.
A nice little cannon on that red. On this red into the left
47.
corner. The two reds to the left of this red will pot now when he gets rid of this. They'll pot into the bottom
48.
right-hand corner pocket. Once again, though, short of the blue, the wrong side. Cue ball having to go in now. The ball, this could go wrong. Looks a little bit slow. Maybe on the red to the right
53.
corner pocket. He wasn't playing for this, but let's see. Yeah, he's on it.
$54.
Oh, played it very, very confidently. What a chance then to go 2-0 in front in this race to 4.
$61. 62.
Well, that was the important one. 69 ahead with just 67 remaining, so he's going to go into a 2-frame-to-0
70.
lead here, Robert Milkins. It's good stuff.
Neil Robertson has missed one ball, hasn't he? That was the one on 67 in frame 1.
$77. 78. $84. 85.
Well, it's going to be very difficult to make a century, but he won't be too bothered about
90.
that. He's going to need these two difficult reds.
92.
But certainly playing very confidently and very fluently as well.
99.
Yeah, he didn't flinch in the first frame, making that clearance. He hasn't done so in this frame either. He looks very confident here. This red then for a century, just to underline how well he's playing. Well, what a brilliant break from Robert Milkins.
Yeah, absolutely superb. Okay, it was aided by a fluked red at the beginning of this break, but let's have a look at this. This was the safety shot that Robert Milkins was playing. Wasn't expecting that red 4-ball plan, but more importantly, it was the shot after it. Have a look at this yellow. This was the important one, David. Good pot. And nicely just on the red to the left of the blue. And that set him on this wonderful break. Excellent stuff.
109.
Yeah, a bit like the later red we saw with the rest. He's taking these on as if he fully expects to get them. That's a great way to feel.
112.
And Robert Milkins clearly taking the game to Neil Robertson here tonight.
116.
Well, the blue has stayed out, but a break of 116 will do very nicely. Robert Milkins on top, defending champion Neil Robertson in some early bother here. It's Milkins just 2 away from victory, leading 2-0.
And that
Marshall Arena, the current home of snooker, I guess, and these are the previous winners of the World Grand Prix. You can see there 2017 Barry Hawkins. He's won the first frame on table 2 against Ricky Walden.
The third frame. Neil Robertson to break.
Well, Neil Robertson up against it, not just the scoreline 2-0, but just how well Robert Milkins has played. Okay, he got a fluke to start that century, but he is looking so confident here. And Robertson, of course, can play that game himself, but he knows at the moment basically can't afford any mistakes.
Yeah, I think he'd be very disappointed though in that first frame when he had a wonderful opportunity to win it with a big break himself. Missed that red into the right corner pocket, and it's gone all downhill since then, but plenty of time. He won't be pressing any panic buttons. Too experienced for that, and here's a good opportunity already. Loose safety shot from Robert Milkins has left a chance here for Neil Robertson. So proficient at this particular type of shot.
Well,
needs the cue ball to slow down. nothing you can do here. Can't go for the brown. Probably just play behind the green.
Neil Robertson 1.
Delicate little shot that was, David. You saw Lee hang when he only last week against Ronnie O'Sullivan, just rolling up behind the yellow. Didn't reach the yellow and subsequently lost the frame from it.
Yeah, there's a lot of scope for that shot to go wrong, for sure. But, well, Robert Milkins, I guess, will do well to pot one from here. That's the good news for Robertson. Interesting couple of frames, I think, coming up. Neil Robertson has got to obviously get on the scoreboard, try and put pressure on Milkins, who so far is absolutely loving the evening. Thus far, anyway.
I think that's okay. It certainly is. If that red had it just already hit, and it just drifted another half an inch, it would have been potable into this bottom right hand corner pocket. Well, I haven't got a clue what he was playing there. I mean, if he takes that red on, surely the cue ball is going into the pink there. You can't miss the pink. It's not the type of chances you should be really taking on when you're 2-0 up against current UK champion. That was a little bit of a rush of blood to the head, I think, there, Dave.
It seemed almost overconfident in a way. Maybe just a reflection of how well he's feeling. Question is, how costly will it be? In that UK Championship, in one of the early rounds, Robertson was 4-2 down to Anthony McGill. Most trouble he was in on the way to the final, and the way he played there to win 6-4 was just fantastic. That's what he's capable of doing, reeling off frame after frame.
Three.
Yeah, that was a nice little shot. He's put the cue ball in an area where he's possibly got about a couple of reds here. He's certainly got this red above the black. He's got the red into the right centre. He may have that red just below the pink as well into this bottom left-hand corner pocket. But this is the right one to take. Try and pot this.
4.
Get back up top side of the blue. May play a little cannon into the red side. He's coming around his left-hand side to see what's available into the right corner pocket. But he has a nice angle just to avoid the pink when potting this blue with the cue ball, and try and maybe play a little cannon into a couple of the reds right of the pink.
No.
Played the cannon, but maybe only on this red into the right centre pocket. Hasn't worked out as well as he would have liked.
Neil Robertson 9.
Well, he went for that red into the left corner pocket, but I didn't think that was on. It was such a fine cut. Maybe the red into the right centre might have been a better shot now. Has he left this red for Robert Milkins? Pretty tight. May have to swerve it slightly. Could take this one on into the bottom right corner pocket. Yeah, having to swerve it, and didn't swerve it enough, and now he's left. Chance for Neil Robertson. Has to use the extension.
Yeah, as usual, the players have each got their own set of rests under that table. Referees aren't allowed to handle them, so it's down to the players to get them out and put them back again. I'm waiting to see, Ken, when hopefully everything gets back to normal and the rests are in the normal places under the two cushions, the bulk cushion, the top cushion. Will the players remember, or will they still be fishing under the table to get them?
Well, it's amazing the amount of times you still see players looking for them at each end of the table. Still forget. Well, that was a nicely played shot. Beautiful little delicate cannon on those two reds, and just held for the pink. Have a look at this. He knew he was glancing off these reds, but just had to glance like a quarter ball off the reds, just to hold for the pink. Couldn't have played it any better. Beautiful little shot.
It's got to be said, Milkins 2-0 up hasn't exactly kept things tight in this frame. He's handed an opportunity here. Let's see if this time he'll be punished.
7. Eight.
Once again, lovely little cannon on the reds, just to the right of the black, and hold for this red into the left corner pocket. Yeah, just watch this beautiful little shot. Controlled cannon into those two reds, and of course bringing them into open play as well at the same time. He's really got a score here. Neil Robertson try and win the frame in this visit.
I
feel this is a very important visit, you know, even for Neil Robertson, just to, you know, put that little bit of doubt back in his opponent's mind.
Yeah, I think the good thing obviously for him is he's got no concern about his form. He knows he's playing well. He's just won the UK Championship. Of course, was runner-up to Judd Trump in the English Open earlier in the season as well. He's a bit of a master at the mind games as well, I would say, Robertson. He knows that he could just get Milkins questioning a couple of his shots if he can punish him here.
30.
Yeah, he's just got to sit and wait. A couple of errors in this frame already from Robert Milkins.
$36. 37.
So lead goes to 53. He's going to need red, black,
40.
and one more red. Left an angle on the black to go into these reds. So needs these to split nicely. Yeah, it hasn't. Possibility of always going wrong, that little cannon. Looks a little bit bemused.
51.
He only needs one more red. Will he take this red on? You would feel he will, into this right centre pocket.
Been here before though, haven't we? Frame one. He just needed one more and missed and never got another shot in the frame. This time though it's in.
52.
One snooker needed as it stands. Unless he knocks this in. So as I say, one snooker needed, otherwise
Robertson.
it's 2-1. That pink just just holding on.
Oh, a bit of a loose one there from Neil Robertson. I mean, if Robert Milkins can get this red, get the black and open these two reds just to the left of the black. 3 reds, 3 blacks, 1 snooker, and where that red is, just next to the green. Not a difficult place for a snooker, so there's could be a little bit of life left in this frame just yet. Can he dig into the black and open these reds? He certainly can. Now. This frame isn't over yet. That was a loose one from Neil Robertson. Should have. Okay, if you're going to go for the pink, but don't go for the pink. What he went for the pink here, shouldn't have been playing on this bottom red. Should have stunned the white maybe to the right centre of the right hand side cushion. So black, red, black. Try and get close to that red beside the green and lay a really difficult snooker. And he's still in this frame.
$17. $24.
It's a key shot. You've really got to get a bit of distance and also get that cue ball tight to the green.
Robert Milkins, 24.
It's not bad, but the proximity of the red so close to the ball cushion makes it a little bit easier to hit, but there's enough room between ball cushion and the red for the cue ball to go around it, so possibilities that he may miss this. Yeah, enough for him. Now all of a sudden, if this cue ball goes into the pocket.
Robert Milkins, 4.
There's just enough room, wasn't there, between the ball cushion and the red. And now all of a sudden, he's only 34 points in the lead with 35 remaining.
Yeah, the only real good news for him, I guess, is the green is in an awkward spot, but even so, just a bit of anxiety for Robertson, who looked a certainty just a few minutes ago to make it 2-1.
Yeah, it was a nice, clever shot there from Neil Robertson. Using the brown as cover
Well, that would not have helped his cause because it would just give Milkins more latitude in terms of colour off the red. And he got the extra 4 points. Robertson is a bit of a master at getting his opponents on the back foot early in matches, but in this match it's the opposite. He is, including in this frame, which, as I say, looked a certainty to win.
Well, is that an anxious look? I wonder, is Robert Milkins on this red? He certainly is. Now, one shot here. He'll be definitely having a go with this red. The cue ball will be naturally coming off right hand side cushion, top cushion for the black into the opposite corner pocket. Half a chance. It's close. They've got away with it. No. I think he's on this red.
What?
Well, relief, I think, for Robertson. Just take the points here. Don't think Robert Milkins will be doing a Ronnie O'Sullivan and playing on here. 41 behind on the colours. But he's making this a battle.
Neil Robertson,
Neil Robertson this evening. Bill nod of the head though from Milkins. Neil Robertson then is on the scoreboard. Fascinating start to the World Grand Prix. It's Robert Milkins leading Neil Robertson 2-1.
He's definitely...
In the last 16 of this World Grand Prix. And remember, after this match, we've got John Higgins against Zhao Guodong of China. Barry Hawkins, meanwhile, has gone 2-0 up on table 2 against Ricky Walden. In fact, as I was walking to the venue earlier, Ricky Walden sprinted past me. He's not trying to get away from Milton Keynes, he was just doing a bit of exercise.
Well, a mistake from Neil Robertson. Wasn't expecting a kiss on the red on the way back to balk with the cue ball. He was hoping to avoid the black, which he did, but avoid that red to the right as well. Mistake. Now.
What?
Once again, a good chance. Plenty of reds in the open.
6. Seven.
Well, you certainly can't fault Milkins' positivity this evening. He went for a couple in the last frame. Ultimately, the second one was costly, but that's the way he plays when he's feeling good. He goes for his shots. His average shot time is now lengthened to 16 seconds. It was 15 early on.
12. 13.
Yeah, he's slowing down a little bit, isn't he? Now this is got a nice opportunity here. He can play for a couple of reds above the black, or the red just below the black to the left. Played for the couple just above it, and looks to be pretty good.
18. 90.
Just look at the break building this season. You can see signs of improvement.
26.
Last season he made 9 the whole campaign. This season already, with the one he made in this match, he's on 8. So
27.
we've got a lot of snooker left to be played, of course, when we go into 2021. And Milkins just generally seems to be scoring more heavily. And his game's always really been based around that.
Short of pace there. You see him drop the head, disappointed.
34.
Wanted to be a bit straighter on this red. One that's close to the pink into this bottom right corner pocket. Yeah, just having a quick word with the referee saying, have a look at this, make sure it's okay. It's pretty good.
35.
Good sportsmanship there from Robert Milkins. Too much left hand side.
41.
It's almost dead straight, this red. Now what does he do? Does he take the red on, or does he try and hold what he has and play a good safety? He's contemplating playing a safety shot, but I feel it's definitely worth taking this red on. Tried to screw back for the blue.
Robert Milkins.
Certainly would
41.
have been an easier shot trying to hold for the black there, as opposed to put a bit more pace into the cue ball. And he's left this red.
Yeah, just for a minute it looked like it might be going in, because he had that fluke earlier. He made the century off it.
One.
Well, he couldn't have played that any better. That was a beautiful touch. Just to control the pace off that side cushion was just absolutely perfect. Have a look at this shot. Just control this, because it's very easy to lose the cue ball here, just playing it dead weight for the black. Well, played it very, very nicely indeed.
No.
Now this is the key shot. Nice angle on the black. Blessed, of course, with a lot of cue power. Neil Robertson. He's going to need it here to try and split these reds. Got too much, if
60.
anything. He's left with a difficult pot to the right centre.
Such good cueing, really is. The vital stage, not only of the frame, but arguably the whole match. Terrific.
So.
Got into that one a bit too much. Got the red to the middle though.
90.
Yeah, he certainly wasn't playing for this red into the right centre. He was playing for red left and right of the pink. With this a little bonus.
20.
And back in prime position.
$27. $28.
It's just coming to have a look at the two reds that are very close together. I was just wondering, are they potable? And if they're not, maybe when he drops this blue in, he can leave the cue ball a little bit short for the red that's on the pink spot. And a nice angle that when he pots this red now, can he develop the two reds just to the left of it? I think he's got a nice
33.
angle. Yeah, he's got a wonderful angle. So he can pot this, bring the two reds now into play. Delicate little cannon here. And now everything in the
34.
open. Beautifully played.
One of his great strengths, I think, is his iron concentration. You know, he made 103 centuries in a season. You need to be really focused to still be concentrated, even when frames are won. And that's what he needs here to get this
41.
frame on the board, and just signs that things are turning round. Again, Milkins went for one. Couldn't know where it would finish or if he would leave Robertson in. He did. Left the red to the middle.
48.
Yeah, that red that Milkins played, I just feel if he had played for the black as opposed to try and screw it in up for the blue, he may have had a better chance of potting the red. No, not the best angle on the black here for Neil Robertson. Could play it off two cushions for the red into the left centre pocket. Well, he's gone for it into the same pocket. Bit short of pace.
56. $57.
He made that look very easy, didn't he?
Yeah, he's such a tall lad. Must be 6'1", 6'2", maybe, so it was a bit of a stretch, but being a left-hander, of course, made a big difference. He's come too far for the blue here, so he's taking the green to the top right-hand corner pocket, just done over for the yellow. And now 19 points in the lead, so yellow and green to square things up.
60. $62.
And we're back on parity. Good response this from the UK champion.
Yeah, and he's needed to
65.
play this well because of the way that Milkins started the match. But we're going to be all square.
$69.
A lot's happened, hasn't it, since he won this title in Cheltenham in February. He would love to do what Mark Selby's just done,
74.
retain the ranking title. Selby, of course, last night at the Scottish Open here.
$80.
So a couple of little hurdles he had to get over and cleared them very comfortably.
87 on the
Robertson
frame.
clears
Neil
up
Robertson.
with 87 to level the match. Suddenly the pressure transfers back onto the shoulders of Robert Milkins. Possible 3 frames left for all square at 2-2.
It's down to the wire. Trusted trader.
Welcome back. We've been going just 54 minutes here. We've already had 4
The
frames
fifth frame.
played. 2-2. Robert
Neil
Milkins
Robertson
took the
to play.
lead. Neil Robertson has levelled up. Very nice 87 clearance there from the Australian. Ricky Walden's pulled one back. Meanwhile, on table 2, Barry Hawkins leads there 2-1.
One.
Oh, a great opener from Neil Robertson. Once again, expecting the cue ball maybe to. He's going to take this blue on. This is a big shot. Long way away.
Neil Robertson 1.
It's not often you'll see Robertson miss a blue by this much. 3 or 4 inches up the right hand side cushion away from the pocket.
1.
A bit surprised. Robert Milkins should have really got on the black there off that red. He had a nice angle to try and get that black back on its spot. I mean,
4.
just have a look at the nice angle. He could have dropped that red in, got right beside the black, potted the black and got it back on its own spot. Yeah, okay, he's got this red beside the blue. He's also got the red into the right centre pocket, but he would have made life so much easier for himself had he got that black back on its spot. He's played that nicely.
5.
Now he's on the blue, and when potting the blue here, he's going to be cannoning into the bunch of reds. Nicely played.
11.
If the
16.
pink spot's held, he can get the pink on the black spot. That would help.
17.
Well, that was a lovely pot there from Robert Milkins. Held the cue ball for the pink into the left centre. Now there's that pink spot, as you mentioned, David. Does a spot on its own spot when potted. Looks a bit tight. May go on the black.
Let's see if Rob Spencer gets a Christmas card or not.
I don't think it spots it, so it goes on the highest available, which of course is the black spot, and that certainly
23.
helps Robert Milkins here.
Yeah, good chance this now.
24. 30. 31.
Michael Holt was saying on Twitter, Robert Milkins has got the best walk in snooker. Sort of nonchalant little stroll. I've always enjoyed watching him, Ken. He's always been a good player to watch, I think.
Yeah, very entertaining, very
37.
fluent, very fast. He's a good
38.
lad to boot as well. A very dangerous opponent when he gets in the mood, and he looks certainly in the mood tonight. It's nicely played. He's on this red into the left corner pocket.
44.
And once again,
45.
just got to hold himself together here. Keep a tight rein on the cue ball. Oh, that was an excellent shot. As you saw, the angle wasn't great on that pink, but managed to
50.
force the cue ball out far enough for this red. And go up for the blue. He's got to finish top side of the blue here,
52.
and he has done just about.
The blue, of course, that Robertson missed by some distance. Milkins pot City's 56 in front with 67 on. A couple of balls from a 3-2 lead.
57.
Come back well here because obviously he lost 2 in a row. Pressure
58.
transferred to him. Not happy with position here. The pink though, and Robertson will need a snooker.
Yeah, there you see it. 63 ahead.
64.
59 remaining, but chance of another good break here from Robert
65.
Milkins. Had a 116 break in the second frame. And there's every possibility of making another century here.
70. 71.
Yeah, this is what you call taking the game to your opponent. He's been so positive all night, going for his shots, looks confident in himself.
77.
And if he can do it for one more frame, he will cause, I guess, a mini upset here, considering Robertson's
78.
recent record. Defending champ, UK champ.
84.
Snookered himself here.
Robert Milkins,
So
84.
no century, but an excellent 84. Robert Milkins looked really good during that break, and he's back in front, and Neil Robertson has problems again. Robert Milkins just one frame away from victory. He's leading by 3 frames to 2.
That's the defence sorted.
Opening day upset here at the World Grand Prix. Neil Robertson trailing Robert Milkins, who's played brilliantly so far. 3-2. Milkins needs one more for victory. Latest break from him, 84 in frame 5. We mentioned it at the start. The head-to-head favoured Robertson 5-3, but 2 of Milkins' victories come at the Crucible. First round victories that for Robertson must have been quite hard to get over. Going there as he would have been as one of the big favourites both times. And I think it's the way Milkins has played. He's gone out, he's taken the game to him, he's gone for his shots, and it's working.
Yeah, and he scored. You know, the chances that he's taken, he scored very well. 70, 116. 84. Good breaks. I think the impressive one, of course, was 70 break when Robertson made 67 in the very first frame. Once again, he's certainly gone for his shots there. It's a little bit impetuous for me, I'm afraid.
Well, he was back in that seat, I can tell you, before the balls had stopped running. He was so disgusted with it.
Didn't have to go for that shot at all. He had an easy safety shot. You got to keep the pressure on your opponent. Just gifting him an easy chance here. He's got him on the back foot. Why? No reason to push the boat out there.
One.
Well, you know, you could look at that shot in 2 ways, Dave. You could say, yeah, he was pretty confident taking it on, but at the same time, I'd look at that shot and say, he was too nervous. You know, it's not a shot that you should be taking on.
Maybe a little rush of adrenaline
Yeah.
after that terrific last frame he put together.
Seven.
Robertson, in general, is a sort of calmer character. He has his chance here to take this contest its full distance.
$14. 15.
Played it purposely to try and leave an angle on this
20.
next red. You can pot this red and go into the red's just above it and maybe develop some if he wishes. Mm.
23.
Could have played that a lot better. That's not good at all. Yeah, it just didn't stun the cue ball far enough away from that red. He's awkward cueing here on the black. Plus the fact that the red below it, cue ball will be running into that. So it makes it even more difficult.
While he ponders this, I can tell you Barry Hawkins has gone 3-1 up now against Ricky Walden. So Hawkins won from victory.
Just looking at the situation here, the blue might be a better ball here for Neil Robertson to take on. It's not guaranteed to be on a red when potting this black. Could miss this. Yeah, wasn't easy.
Neil Robertson.
Yeah,
23.
what's the chance for Robert Milkins?
Just a couple of deep breaths may be needed here. Trying not to get ahead of himself. As you say, it's a good chance, considering the way he's played tonight.
1. $7. 8. 30.
Yeah, he's coming to have a look at those 4 reds beneath the pink. They're all sort of covering each other. Maybe one of the red, the extreme red on the right hand side of the bunch as we look, is available into the right centre, but just looking about how we can go around about maybe developing those reds.
14.
He's thinking a few shots ahead here.
$90. 20.
Not too happy with the outcome of the cue ball there. Could have played that a bit better. He doesn't have a great angle on this black. Let's see. Can he try and get into the reds? He tried to. Well, hold on. This could work out. If the cue ball travels, he could be on this red. No, slowed up.
27. Robert Milkins. 27.
So 27 to edge in front. Thinking about what could have been there.
Foul and a miss. Robert Milkins 4.
A little cautious, doesn't want to go into them too hard, knock a red out and leave it on, I guess. Just a slight adjustment needed.
Just let's have a look. Yeah, okay. Rob. Thanks.
He's had a very anxious look to see if this red pots into the left centre pocket. Doesn't look like it does. Now does he go for this red? And you see that red doesn't pot. The bottom red of the 4 pots into this bottom left hand corner pocket. Does he take it on? Be a brave shot. Great shot. And he's on the pink into the top left-hand corner pocket, the yellow pocket as we call it. Big shot this. He gets this. Could win the match from this position here. Just composing himself. There's pressure on this for sure. Oh, well played. Excellent shot. Very, very nice.
What a chance then for Milkins
7.
to get the match won. Trying to get into the last 16 of this World Grand Prix. He's not been to that stage of a ranking event since the 2019 Gibraltar Open. That's around about 20 months ago now. So it's been a long time coming. And this would be a terrific win over someone who we know is banging form,
40.
having won the UK Championship a fortnight ago. In fact, it's not even that, it's a week ago. This is where, Ken, you just got to try and keep the nerves at bay, isn't it? Just focus on what you're doing.
Yeah, absolutely. Take a few deep breaths here. He's on the cusp
21.
of incredible victory here. Robert Milkins. 29. Blue will be 34, so he's going to need red colour red. Needs a bounce. Oh, he's played this very well. Couldn't have played that
26.
any better. Oh, these are missable. These are missable. Oh,
27.
Well, can you believe it? My goodness. The powers of gravity.
Hearty mouth time here, to say the least.
27.
Yeah, never in doubt, Rob. We'll need another red after this black.
$34.
Big shot this. Effectively a match winner for Robert Milkins. And in it
35.
goes. And all credit to him for the way he's played this match. He has taken the game to Neil Robertson right from the start. He's gone for his shots. He's been getting enough of them to surely put himself through to the last 16.
41. Robert Milkins.
Robertson having a look
41.
here. 49 in it. Chance always with the red of the free ball.
Yeah, be disappointed, Neil Robertson. Particularly starting off in this match when he made that 67 break. Probably guilty of being a little bit overconfident in this match, obviously because of the way he was playing and that wonderful victory last Sunday week. He's come unstuck here.
Yeah, there's no doubt the first frame was the key frame, really, because Milkins was offered the chance to clear up, and he did. Just sent a message to Robertson about how well Milkins was playing. Ideally, he needs to get not only a good snooker, but try and somehow get a free ball as well. That's his only real hope, you feel, here.
Good chance of a difficult snooker to lay here. Cue ball behind the green. He'd love to knock the red somewhere close to the black or pink, just so it might be the opportunity of leaving a free ball.
Well, that doesn't help Robertson's cause. Black on the top cushion. Yeah. One good last putt from Robert Milkins, a nod of the head from Neil Robertson. So it's an opening day upset here at the World Grand Prix. The defending champion, Neil Robertson, has been sent packing. The milkman has delivered. Robert Milkins into the last 16. He's beaten Neil Robertson by 4 frames to 2.